Hello, it's David Nash, the Oahu agent, coming to you with another tour of the island of Oahu. This is going to be about the Arizona Memorial, and this is a very important place in American history, Japanese history, and indeed global history, because the things that unfolded on this day affect 6 billion people on the planet, even right now in 2009. So I just wanted to let you know what to expect, what the outlay is here, and kind of walk you through going to do your first time visit to the Arizona Memorial. You'll queue up in this line that I'm kind of walking along here. You'll pass by this 200-ton anchor that was actually salvaged from the USS Arizona. You can take some photos on the way in or out. You'll get these little tickets here. You'll get into line, and right here you'll be greeted by a couple of National Park Service employees, and they'll give you these tickets. And these tickets have a time on them or a number on them that coincide with what time they're going to show you some movies. That movie is part of the full tour that you will take in order to go out to the Arizona Memorial. You'll need to watch about a 26-minute movie, and then you walk right out of the back of the theater and head off on the patrol boats and go out to the actual memorial. Now, walking on in here, you'll pass a few kiosks. They have multiple languages here of all of the bulletins. Any language probably that you could possibly speak, they'll have it written up in your language, and also they'll have an interpreter there to explain it to you. Now these are some wishing well area here. This is great. Throw some change in here. If you have some extra, let the kids throw it in there. Today it was drained, but all of the money they collect and fish out of these pools does actually go to sustain the memorial. So when it's full of water, it's kind of fun to use it as a wishing well. Just panning across here, you kind of see it's an indoor-outdoor memorial. It's about to go through a $50 million upgrade, but right now it's kind of indoor-outdoor, so you will be exposed to the sun. There's a small museum right next to the bookstore, and you can see the line kind of queuing up here. Make sure you do go through it in the order that it's set up. That is, go into the Memorial Museum side, and then you'll kind of tour through, and then you'll come out this other side, and it's just a really great piece to walk through because it gives you the whole timeline, the history, a lot of the things leading up to the attack at Pearl Harbor. And once you come out of the museum, you can walk right out back here onto the grounds. It's just a really beautiful, peaceful grounds to kind of meditate and think about what unfolded during that fateful day in December. Panning across here, you can see the Waianae mountain range off in the distance. Right out there in the middle, that's where the Arizona Memorial is. Right next to it is the USS Battleship Missouri. I'd encourage you to take a separate tour of that if certainly World War II history is intriguing to you, and walking around on the deck of the battleship there is pretty impressive. It actually saw action during the first Gulf War in 1992. That battleship did. They recommissioned it and sent it out to the Persian Gulf. Coming across here, you'll see these are the Navy patrol boats that you actually go out on to the memorial. They're very calm. Even if it's a windy day, it's pretty calm in Pearl Harbor, so don't worry about getting seasick or taking any kind of Dramamine or Bonine or anything for motion sickness. You'll load up on these. It takes just a few minutes to dory out, to motor out to the actual memorial. Out on the memorial, you can walk around. Most people spend enough time out there to kind of walk the length of it, look at all the many names, and then come back to where the boats will pick you up and take you back to shore here. It's just a real beautiful, peaceful experience. And of course, all the people that are serving on this are some of the best people in the Navy today. Occasionally, if you're lucky, you'll see some of these guys. These are Pearl Harbor survivors. They were either in active duty or they were stationed in Hawaii at the time of the attack. And these guys are a wealth of knowledge. Some of them, of course, are in their 80s and early 90s. And I would encourage you to talk to them, engage them if they're there. These are some images from inside the actual museum. They've got little mocked up small size models of the ships that took part in the attack. They've got some about the Japanese fleet and where it launched from, and this is all about the upgrade to the memorial. Out back, there's a really beautiful relief map of the whole island of Oahu, and I would encourage you to walk out there and take a look at this, because you can see Diamond Head and you can see the Ko'olau Mountains and the Waianae Mountains, and it really gives you a great overview of the island of Oahu. That's been my video tour of Pearl Harbor and the Arizona Memorial. My name's David Nash. I'm the Oahu agent. Send me an email. Come to visit. Aloha.